Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Please welcome everyone.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, I've been really impressed by this guy, Marmoush, who I expect to be amongst the goals here, Peter. He's, for me, very much the complete package. Great operating alone or in a partnership, but I prefer to see him play off somebody. That's when you really get to see his skills, not just as a finisher, but as someone who initiates as well.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. So off we go then.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you can expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements. Overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not, Peter, we even did that back in my day.
Rabiot. Cafu.
Out towards the flank.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Does well to stand firm and defend it. Now it's Zaha. Zaha will not want to lose out. He takes a shot! And he's done it! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
It is a super start. So far, so very good.
Now it's Mohamed Salah. Now it's El Neni.
Lampard kept his eye on it, and he's there.
Pavard.
Pass somewhat off target. He's picked his way through. Marmoush.
And the shot! They've scored! And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character. Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
And it's Zaha. Looking for options for movement. Now, can they get him away? Marmoush. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Egypt clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Lampard. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here.
And he's made sure that's not getting through.
Gets a good foot in there.
Tries to pass it through.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Zaha.
Knocks it into space.
He's got plenty of space out wide here. And the finish! Tries to get it clear.
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Egypt look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Marmoush has found the net here, of course. Now it's Trezeguet.
Pavard. Driving on and making good progress.
Great vision.
It's a promising position. Well read, and the danger is averted.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Now it's Trezeguet.
Oh, really well played.
Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Rabiot threads one in. Foden. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
Now it's Joao Felix.
Oh, that's a fine challenge. And it's Rabiot. Can he get it through? Turns and goes back. Tries a shot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench.
And we have our very first corner.
They've played it short, and this is Rabiot. Oh, this looks sharp. And now they can spring out of defence. And the pass is intercepted. And it's made its way to him. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. And he's straight offside. Zaha, who's set up one goal so far. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And it's played forward. And that's put paid to a promising move. And he's picked it up out wide. And that's a good ball.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And here's Foden. Chance! Played up towards the front line. Now it's Joao Felix. Oh, shooting chance! And he comes up trumps again. This possibly the last play of the half. Cleared without hesitation. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time.
Everyone,
So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. Second period then underway.
Famalicão clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
And he's managed to get free. He has found the way through. Oh, cracking ball. Marmoush. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Oh, there's a probing ball. Lampard, a man we've all come to watch. And here's Zaha. Pavard. Rabiot. And here's Zaha. He's in plenty of space here. And this is Lampard. He shoots! He's scored! And they've got their lead back. That is a super smooth goal. Beautiful manoeuvring of the ball and splendid authority in the finish.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with.
Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Now it's Mohamed Salah. He's found a way through. Mohamed Salah stood his ground strongly. That could spell trouble.
That has found him in acres of space.
Can he finish? It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
The attendance for this
And they've
match
got a
was
throw.
80,953.
Now it's Trezeguet. Could try cutting inside here.
Egypt really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Now it's Mohamed Salah. He's a sharp little ball here. It's a promising position. There's a no-nonsense tackle. Punched away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Lampard, it's a pretty loose pass. They get a throw in. Well, that pass isn't the best. And that is a little undercooked. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Pavard. Passing is crisp and sharp. Zaha. Nicely weighted ball. Shot could be on. Great chance! He scores! The perfect outcome to mark his 50th game. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Substitution for Egypt, number 8.
Both sides then
Number
taking this chance
17,
to turn to their
Mohamed
benches.
Ali. Coming on
So the lead
field,
now is
number
2.
13,
Well, this is
number
nothing less than they
14.
deserve, Peter.
Substitutions
They're in the
taking
driving
place.
seat now.
Hegazi. Salah. Now that looks a decent ball. And he's picked it up out wide. Can he finish?
Oh, the ball's run loose.
Oh, he's been caught on it. In for the pieces. And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Well, they've got a big enough job on their hands as it is, Peter. They really need to be putting those chances away.
Substitution.
Referee's given a throw. Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though,
Substitution for
not
Egypt.
quite able.
Number 7, coming on the field is number
He is
20.
through here. Can he get on the end of this? And the flag has stayed down. Crosses it. He gets big. Off the post. So what can they make of this? And it's Messi. And he's there to clear it. And he's only too happy to take that back. Lampard. Mbappe. Mbappe finds himself offside. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Mbappe. Mohamed Salah
Minutes has been indicated.
pinches it off him. 4 extra minutes added on. Tries to play it through. Picked out brilliantly. And this is decent chance! And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Messi, big chance! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
And that will be it. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance of industry and inspiration. A really satisfying day's work. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And we rise now for the Japanese national anthem. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's 4-3-3.
Well, a system promoted by the rise of total football, Peter. The wider players in the front three are key operators in how it all works on and off the ball. They have to provide for the central striker, of course, and protect their fullbacks, so they'll get few breathers. If these two don't make a good impression, there are quite good replacements on the bench.
So off we go then. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, this guy, Wataru Endo, to me, Peter, really makes up the heart, the legs and the lungs of the team. He has a tactical intelligence that when everybody else tends to pile forward, then he has to put himself in a covering position and deal with whatever re-emerges at times. And he's expert at dealing with that, at getting around the pitch.
Yeah, he would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities.
Now it's Doan. He's found a way through.
Oh, well played, well played.
Foden going face-to-face with his great rival. Ito. Endo.
Could move up a gear here.
Plays it through.
He's in plenty of space here.
He's shifting through the gears here. Can he get away here? He's on it. Can he get away?
Fair to say, I think a cautious start from both teams.
Looking to play him in.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Now it's Zaha.
Joao Felix. It's a promising position.
Lampard.
A true great in every sense of the word. Engages and forces him off the ball.
Referee has just said play on.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
Shot could... Rabiot! And he has kicked it out somehow.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner.
And it's been taken short.
Japan are looking to go forward now. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Oh, lovely bit of skill. He's away! Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Kubo with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength. The sort of desire we hope will spread.
Zaha. That is ended up in no man's land. Japan have a free kick. And he has shown him a yellow card. Now it's Doan. Foot in. Out of play for a throw. And it's Endo. Now it's Minamino. Joao Felix. Played out to the left flank. Now it's Lampard. Joao Felix. Now who's going to be first to this? And that interception was most necessary. Nicely weighted ball. That's been slipped through. He's picked his way. And a chance! Off the post! And the ball is out of play. Lampard. He's looking wide. Lampard. And it's Lampard. Knocks it into space. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Doan is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Out to the left it goes. Chance here to counter. And here's Zaha. Oh, that's a key interception. Well, a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up. Here's Joao Felix. There's the shot! He's delivered all right! There is the breakthrough! A momentary lapse exploited with glee.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
Aos 42 minutos de jogo, o Canicolas, número 11.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now and the other has to tone it down.
Ito. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. Ah, that's a fine interception. Looking for the run. Zaha looking to run onto it. And it's Kubo. And we've reached half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And we're off again. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Skillfully cut out, he is so at ease on the ball. Zaha did well to step in there, that was more than necessary.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. He can run onto that. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Zaha looking to get on the end of this. Endo, played out towards the right wing. Now it's Doan. Kubo, aimed beyond the defence. Oh, he's found support out wide. He's shifting through the gears here. Minamino receives it in a good position here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
There they go, hunting again.
And that's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. Team still separated by the game's only goal. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Lampard. Quarter of an hour into the second half. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Kamada. Great ball, and he's a shot, surely! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
And it's Zaha. Minamino pinches it off him. Pavard. Can he get it through? And here's the chance to counter. Now it's Joao Felix. Foden. It's come to nothing. Japan are looking to break at pace. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And it's Zaha. It's a pretty loose pass. Can he spark a counter here? Lampard.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Lovely bit of skill. Lampard. And this is... He's had a shot! And now they can clear their lines. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Now it's Zaha. Now it's Joao Felix. He has a look up. Good take. Foden! Well, that pass isn't the best.
Oh, this team is relentless. They have a way of playing, and there's no compromise.
Foden!
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Now it's Foden. Joao Felix. 1-0 as we head towards the end. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Endo. To Kamada. Duan. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. And this is Zaha. Chance for a shot! It's in! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
The Malacao are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
And yes, it's him again. 2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
In with the challenge. And he's managed to get free. Time added on will be 2 minutes. And it's Rabiot. Great vision. He is through here. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Oh, there's a probing ball. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round. Joao Felix taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
So what a sight this is. Another edition of this proud competition, just seemingly bigger and better still. Faces, of course, have come and gone, but some things never change. Those first day feelings, new hopes, new expectations, and the belief that maybe, just maybe, this time it will be your turn. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. The action has already started.
There's a player below, Peter, that I admire on a professional and personal level, the one and only Raúl.
He's just out on his own for consistency.
Indeed, and a terrific leader. Talent has to be backed up by hard work and tenacity, and he leads by example, hence the respect he commands.
Rabiot. And it's Lampard. And it's Lampard. Bebeto. Nicked it back promptly. Here's Tchouaméni. This looks promising. Raúl plays it through.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh, that's fabulous. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And this is Messi. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. Messi! Oh, wonderful, wonderful Lionel Messi! About as smooth as it gets. Oh, that is a bit special.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. I was going to be disappointed with that. Eze going face-to-face with his great rival.
Famalicão are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And here's João Felix, played out wide. Oh, played through for the wide man. Conte.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. That has not gone well. Tchouaméni. Rijkaard. And it's Cannavaro. Forwards and with intent. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And it's Lampard. Looking for options for movement. Messi. Oh, they could break here. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. And this is Messi. And the through ball. And this is Bebeto. And a chance for a shot! No mistake! And there's the goal they've been looking for. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
France are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Spread out to the left.
Eze goes on a run down the left wing. Eze will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Pavard did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Good play on the left-hand side here. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Lampard.
France have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Eze. He's picked his way through. Chance! Relentless! Just relentless! And they're at it again in double quick time. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Rabiot. And the first half is done. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half.
Caros espectadores, pedimos que para a vossa segurança permaneçam sentados durante o desenrolar do jogo. Obrigado pela vossa cooperação.
And the second half gets underway. So, 45 minutes to turn it round. That's the throw. Pavard. It's Lampard. He shifted it to the flank. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Chouameni. He's shifting through the gears here. That's a good foot in there. Stood up well to him there. Messi. Not the most accurate pass. Pavard. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Can he finish? It's in! Yet another goal in an awesome performance. They are in complete charge. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
France are at the peak of their powers. As for their... Foden! And they can counter here. No way through there. Oh, it's Bebeto. And he cuts out the supply. Zaha under intense pressure.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Lampard. Rabiot. And it's Lampard. Knocks it out wide. Lampard. And it's Rabiot. Now it's Foden. And this is Rabiot. Oh, easy pickings there. Eze. Raul on 2 now and looking for 3. That's a shade optimistic. Oh, terrible mistake. Oh, look, tries a shot! And it's in! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
France are having a ball here. Oh, that's a key interception. Pavard. Now it's João Felix. And it's Lampard.
And here's Mbappe. Great ball, and the shot! Oh, he's kept it out, that's a great save.
So Malacau are stuck in a rut, and impatient putts at goal won't really help their cause here. They need somebody to communicate composure and something more constructive.
Lampard does really well to win the ball there. And here's João Felix. Cafu. Now it's Foden. Might be danger here. Oh, good take in a good area. Spread it left. Now it's Eze. He has found the way through. No, that's been intercepted. Rabiot.
Eze really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
And here's the chance to counter. Now it's Bebeto. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Foden.
Vai proceder uma substituição. O número 9, número 11. Vão dar os seus
So Malacau are certainly now looking like a sorry lot. They haven't got a proper defence or attack, for that matter.
Threads one in. That's been slipped through. And Messi! And he seemed certain to get the sixth.
France really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Five minutes left on the clock. Well, that pass isn't the best. Here's a man who his teammates can look to in all times. He's in a great position here, and he's managed to get free. Oh, he's been caught on it here.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
And it's been taken short. And it's Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni stood his ground strongly. Messi.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And the number on the board is 3. Messi. He's a sharp little ball here, and he's certainly onside here. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given. Penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Well, Jim, there's only one reason that he would be sent off there. It is the denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity.
Well, Peter, I don't think he even had time to blink. This is just a spontaneous reaction.
Mignon will have to save it here. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
That's calm for you, nothing.
And that will be the final act. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times.